What is the teacher gonna look like today?
In between the last episode and this one. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
We were why did we end up talking about
Van Halen?
yeah, and Hot for Teacher?
Because I can't recall.
I can't recall. Let's get this over
I'm Hot for
with.
Video.
Yeah. So, well, Crispy Nugget is back home. He's going to go to the bookstore to buy some books in the store where they sell books.
In the bookstore where they sell books.
Yes,
I'm going to buy a book.
And-
I just imagine that Crispy Nugget wakes up in this part of the room. Like, he looks at the bed when
he just
when he wakes up.
He falls asleep, like lying against, like standing still again in the corner of the room, like not even touching his bed.
In an improv class I had like last week, a colleague just like stood up, and she wanted to make it seem as if she was on her deathbed with a mask on and everything,
Dying.
and if I was there at the scene, because I wasn't there, I was just watching, I would have said like, "Mom, why are you standing up if you're on your deathbed?"
Maybe she was just trying to assert. She was trying to assert dominance with T-pose.
Yeah, to her son.
All dressed up, I checked to see if I got everything I need before leaving. I board a bus. I gotta say, I like the bus shots. You know, the little scenes on the bus.
Yeah, I see a lot of the city that way. Living in the city.
Bow, 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 bow.
That is a good soundtrack.
Sonic car.
Yeah.
Everybody's supersonic racing, all right.
Gotta get my feet off the ground.
You know it. I board a bus that takes me to the bookstore Yuri pointed to yesterday. The bus had quite a few people on it, and the number only kept increasing as we neared the city center.
To be fair, if it was Crispy Bacon, he wouldn't even remember what bookstore you recommended.
He wouldn't even know what bus to take to get there.
Oh yeah.
Again, he's getting better than his father. Actually, now that I remember, I think I already edited the video where what was supposed to be the second video of this series after I accidentally deleted the first one.
Yeah.
It has an apology of mine. It has. If we can make this trending on Twitter, I'll do whatever you guys want. That's legal. And I mean, it started with hashtag #SadAss messed it up.
Sadness messed it up.
Because I did mess it up. So I think that one thing that we missed because of losing that episode is the reason why the protagonist of this playthrough is gonna be called Crispy Nugget.
Yeah.
So if you guys remember from from the OG Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough, our character was Crispy Bacon.
Crispy Bacon.
So we were trying to find like punny names for the character for this playthrough.
We had a list.
And of course on the C part of the list it was Crispy Bacon, and underneath it was Crispy Nugget.
Okay.
You know, like that's the one. It's like his son.
That's
So every time that we've been saying like, yeah, he's getting better than his father and all that kind of the stuff.
And you know what's the better implication in all of that?
What?
The girls don't age. That's the better part.
That's the most disturbing part.
That's not disturbing. That's great.
It's like people that say that they'd rather keep pets if they didn't, grow beyond being puppies or kittens. Yeah, that's why I said like it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but just imagine ageless Monica or ageless Yuri.
I don't know. I think if I was able to be in a relationship with Monica, I would like to finally age old with her and die.
It's a beautiful thing to age with a partner.
Someone you love. Luckily, I don't have an issue with crowded spaces. However, all this traveling feels like such a nuisance if I compare it to some of the open world games I played.
You cannot fast travel.
Yeah, I was like, what are the graphics with this real life? Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
This isn't in a 1080p, but
Or
wow.
nah, this is photoshopped. That's for real photoshopped, and it's real life. You know, there's a literal sword in the stone.
Is it?
In Italy. No one has been able to...
Shouldn't have been in England?
No. Maybe it was inspired, but I think in France there's a literal sword in the stone. And
Nice.
no one has been able to get it out.
So
I will.
I will. We will go to France and I will become king of France.
What if I get it out and I travel in time?
You get it out, and then come the police, and they start beating you up because you were messing with
That's vandalism.
with a landmark, and you were vandalizing it.
Oh my god. You cannot hurt me. I have a sword.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. In those worlds, you don't need to walk or take buses, and the only thing that you can do is stare out the window and get lost in your thoughts. Well, in this one too.
Can you?
At least that's what I do all the time. The only other two activities I see other people do are chatting with each other and mashing their smartphones. Yeah, like with hammers.
Yeah.
As I'm looking out the window, the bus stops next to a playground. We often visit it back when Yuri and I were kids.
Why?
Why not? We were so easily entertained with the little
Oh
games
right,
we played outside.
they're grown up.
There you go.
What did it say?
My parents still like to remind me of all the sweet things we said and believed about the world. Like it was a good place, like there was Santa existed, like the Queen of England existed.
It isn't? She doesn't?
Wait, what?
Wait. Wait, but my parents tell me, like, yesterday, the Tooth Fairy came for a tooth. My tooth.
I actually saw a picture on Reddit, like, yesterday or this week. I saw a picture on Reddit of where, you know, the Latin American equivalent of the Tooth Fairy is it's a mouse, right?
Yeah.
So it was a picture from a dentist's office that on the lower part of the wall it had like a little door for the mouse to come in and take the teeth.
Oh.
It was really cute.
Yeah. It would be a good business practice.
I mean,
there's a business opportunity there.
Yeah. For example, there was this creepy old man who sometimes sat on one of the benches at the playground, always on the same one too. I like where this is going. The two of us theorize why he's sitting there silently by himself, but neither of us had the courage to ever ask him ourselves. Thank God.
Oh my.
Looking back, there are plenty of reasonable explanations I can think of. I can think of
many unreasonable.
I can think of explanations. I don't know if reasonable. For all we know, he might just like reminiscing over the memories of his own children playing there, just like we did.
That's dark, but still.
Yeah. The bus moves forward, and we should too. And we pass the abandoned building next to the playground. Its entrance closed off with police tape, and the windows are either boarded up from the inside or old drapes are blocking the view. It's been out of use for as far back as I can remember.
It's a drug den.
I was gonna say that it had been like a place of a mass murder or something like that.
Or a Lovecraftian where you burn Dicker Becknick.
Nice. Yeah, they tried to summon Cthulhu in that building.
Oh my.
The police tape suggests that it became the scene of a crime.
Wait, if you summon Cthulhu, is it bigger than a building?
Absolutely.
Oh.
We really were naive back then. Being afraid of an old man who never even looked at us the wrong way. How can you know? You were too young. Yet not even acknowledging the things that happen in a place like that building.
Too young to fall in love.
Come to think of it, that reminds me of what Yuri asked about regarding the horror game I played. Maybe there's a lot of stuff I didn't notice in the games I played until now. Maybe some of the twists weren't as unpredictable as I thought they were during my first, most often only time playing through them.
Maybe I should have done a completionist run.
Yeah, and then Gerard pops out and like breaks my window and comes in.
Why?
Did anybody say completionist? I wish. I really wish. This is making my heart hurt. I probably think overthinking things again.
Overthinking things.
I get off the bus and make my way to the bookstore. I like this bookstore.
I like it.
I've seen it in other mods too, but it's fine. I can't recall the last time I came here that wasn't for the sole purpose of buying a gift for someone else. My first instinct guides me to look for manga. Unfortunately, their selection is very limited.
Poor Natsuki.
Looking over all of them, I see that there's only two that interest me. The only two that interest me are the ones I already own and read. I give up on this section soon after realizing this.
That's the worst thing about English. What if it's read or read?
Yeah.
Lead or led?
That's why you take off the A, like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Or Def Leppard.
Yeah. Or because you can say, I will lead you to.
Although the weird thing about I can understand the one about Led Zeppelin because, Jimmy Page didn't want people to think it was Lead Zeppelin.
Lead Zeppelin.
But with Def Leppard, it would be like, it wouldn't be Def Leppard, it would be Def Leppard anyway.
Yeah, you never say Deef.
Deef.
Most Deef.
Deef.
Most Deef.
What's Deef? Give me Deef. The good thing they have labels indicating the contents of the section.
Eject.
Ejection. Otherwise, I could end up looking at a romance novel and find out it's actually some psychological horror story. Oh yeah, who would do something like that? Am I right, guys?
Ba-da-ba.
I wonder what kind of books they have. I wonder what kind of books have fighting, shootouts, or other epic clashes.
Something Yuri likes.
I'm reminded of a game I played recently where I assumed the role of a detective and got to bash bad guys with lead pipes.
Not Phoenix Wright.
I was just about to say maybe Phoenix Wright. I was like, not Phoenix Wright.
Not Phoenix Wright.
Objection!
Wait. A detective who bashes heads with a pipe. Alan Wake?
No, but Alan Wake is a writer.
Oh.
I think. Detective.
Sherlock? No. He wouldn't bash people.
No. I was the
Batman doesn't use a lead pipe.
Yeah, he just uses his fists. And
No,
I was gonna say something and I forgot which one it was. I was gonna say Max Payne, but Max Payne isn't a
He's a cop, right?
I think he's just like a weird mercenary kind of guy.
A vigilante?
Yeah. Anyway, maybe
like
a detective
vigilante.
novel then.
I like vigilantes.
Walking over to the appropriate section, I start browsing. Basically, I'm just looking at the covers and reading a few sentences from the back of each book. This isn't working out for me. It would be so much easier if they listed all the kinds of things that happen in them, like how they show bits of scenes and movie trailers.
You give up so easily.
Yeah, I have to admit, you still have the crispy, simple mindset of your family. As I'm walking about, I find myself in the horror thriller section. So it's books about Michael Jackson. Hopefully I can find some action around here.
You are required to dance the thriller.
Yes, as
thriller
you walk
through the aisle.
As you walk down the aisle, yeah. As I turn the corner of the next row of shelves, I spot a dark-haired girl turned away from me, seemingly sorting through the books.
Huh?
I wonder who it is.
Sayori. She takes one down
and returns it after glancing at it for a few moments. As she's putting them back, she's arranging them in a different order as well. What? Maybe she works here, in which case she might help me find a book if I ask nicely. Hello? Excuse me, miss? The lack of her response surprises me. Perhaps she was listening to music and I was too quiet? I edge closer and reach out my hand to touch her shoulder in case she still can't hear me. Hello, sir. I'm just about to tap on her shoulder. She surely turns around and bumps into my extended arm. Ah!
Three thick
thesaurus-looking books. I like that. That
alliteration.
Yeah, 3 thick thesaurus.
3 thick thesaurus. It's a tongue twister.
Yes, it's a tongue twister. I was only what I was trying to say. 3 thick thesaurus-looking books bounced briskly on the floor as Yuppie does everything.
Yuppie.
Definitely not the reaction I expected from a girl noticing me.
And the way
hashtag relatable. Definitely not the reaction.
Relatable.
Yes, definitely not the reaction I expected from a girl noticing me. If I had a penny for every time I have thought something like that in my life,
I would be poor.
I would still be broke as fuck. But it would still be a weird 2 pennies to have. I'm sorry, I thought you...
No, it's my fault. I should have...
Don't blame yourself, I'm... Sorry.
Yeah, nine.
At the same time.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Saying that nearly at the same time causes both of us to
I just
blush.
imagine a character named
Yeah,
Shiana.
I was like, who's that character? Like the manager or something like that? I wasn't expecting to see you here, Yuri.
You didn't?
I should have.
She reads books?
Do you read?
Do you even read, bro?
Do you even read, bro? She did say she likes visiting this bookstore. It's not like this is her hangout spot. Is it?
Now that you should have.
What do you mean by that?
So, what brings you here, Crispy Nugget?
I'm looking for a book.
I see.
Yeah, I was trying to buy. I was walking around. I wanted to buy a bike, and then I got in here and got lost.
Nah, I wanted to buy detergent, so I went to look in a bookstore.
You know, like everybody does.
Like everybody.
And she
does.
goes like, "All right, the detergent aisle is 2 down to the left."
Yeah. Usually when they clean the windows, that's where it is.
That's where it is. Yuri pauses for a moment, probably expecting me to give a title or description. However, I don't know is none of those.
I'd like a book.
I like
don't
that
know.
pose. I don't know.
May I ask which book you're looking for?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe I shouldn't at least try not to sound clueless.
Oh, do you have a description of the story? Perhaps the genre? If you know some of its major events, I can also help finding it.
That would be spoiler talk, woman.
I don't
Then
wanna
draw his sword. This would be spoiler talk, you witch.
Oh my. Oh my.
Something with a lot of action, like sword fights, car chases, space battles, in the same story, please.
Yeah.
You know?
Flying car chases with zombies driving them.
Yes. In space.
Cyborg zombies.
In space. That shoot lasers out of his eyes. And out of
Correct
their
me
ass.
if I'm wrong, but you're not looking for a specific book with all those elements, are you?
Are you saying there is one?
Oh.
No.
No.
After the third shaking my head, I actually think about what she asked. All those things together sound like a pretty cool book.
I just thought that by the third shake of his head, it's uneven. It's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Especially with a protagonist that isn't afraid
It's
of
like
anything.
no and a half.
It's about. I was about to ask you where can I find a book like that, but only because I thought you worked here.
Only because I thought of you.
I wouldn't want to keep you busy.
I don't want to keep you busy.
No, you can ask me. I will answer condescending.
Should I really ask her
I will
after?
be patronizing.
Should I really ask her after telling her what I wanted to say? Do you know what else? Do you know what I want to say?
Bye bye.
I will see you guys in the next episode.
We will see you. Bye bye.